In today's video, we unbox, put together, and test out the Laguna 1216 Revo lathe. So after months of saving, the day has finally come for my lathe to show up in the shop. So I went with the Laguna Revo 1216 along with a stand and expansion kit. And basically this is documenting the whole process of getting set up for the first time. And most like all shop grades, it comes with unboxing first. First thing I tackled was a stand, but the instructions weren't in the stand box. After a few minutes of figuring it out, turns out the instructions are in the lathe box. So we need to find that as well as the feet in the lathe box. With that all sorted out, the legs get stood up, tool tray goes in between them. I don't bolt everything down tightly here. I just get it all set up and in place. And once I get the lathe installed, that's when I tighten things down. So once I get the lathe installed, start to install the expansion kit. This will allow me to do outboard turning, so a little bit larger bowls. So if anybody's ever bought a brand new tool before, they know that pretty much everything's covered with this sticky, kind of oily mess. So once I get everything kind of dialed in and hooked up together, I start wiping it down to get all of the stickiness off, and then do a quick alignment check. Usually, sometimes a lot of lathes require shimming. This one was pretty dead on, or straight out of the box. Now I got it all set up. I'm going to turn it on for a quick test, and everything seems to be going smooth. Okay, now we got the lathe assembled. I had to wait a couple days to get some more stuff in. I got a few turning tools, some uh, little bits and bobs. I got a 4-jaw chuck, which I need to put on the other side to turn soon. I got some safety gear here. I will kind of go through and show you the things that I did get. So here is one of the tools I got. I got this Robert Sorby 1/2-inch fingernail bowl gouge. Got a little parting tool. I got a set, and that's what this box is down here. A set of carbide tools with extension. I've got the round cutter on here as well. This is from Amazon. Other pieces that it came with in this box, it has the different cutters, so you can do square head. This is a diamond point. It's got a rounded square here and a little gooseneck adapter. It also has the pieces to do sanding. It's got the sanding discs and pads up here if you wanted to use the same tool handle for that. So far, it seems pretty well built. I haven't used it yet. I'm actually going to do my first turning on camera with you guys. So you'll get to see me success or fail. I bought another faceplate. One of the things that I did with my last lathe was I set up and created a sanding disc table, and having an extra faceplate to do that is uh, pretty beneficial. I mean, I use that thing more often than I thought I would. So I'm going to redo that with this lathe. This is the 4-jaw chuck. It's just a no-name brand from Amazon. You saw the chuck on the lathe already, but here's some of the other pieces to it. It's got the different jaws. You can a little bit wider than what's on there. You got these little things here, even smaller. And these are for the plates here, so you can do like turn the foot off a bowl or something like that. So hoping to get some good use out of this. Hopefully this works out well. The last lathe chuck that I had was one from Turn Crafter, and it worked pretty well. I didn't have any issues with it, but it seemed like all of those were pretty much the same style of chuck, so I didn't feel the need to spend a lot of money. I may eat those words later, but I did also purchase this conical. I'm at a loss of words right now, but this goes on the tailstock to hold pieces. Got the Jacobs chuck here as well. Most of the stuff is just no name stuff, but had decent reviews on Amazon. So, all right, now that I've got all that stuff here, I am going to get the lathe set up to do the very first turning. One thing that I've been bugged about since I moved into this garage is this right here. This is my attic access, and whoever put this together just cut a piece of 2x4 off, drilled a hole in it, and this is what has been used to pull this down since we moved in. It's bugged me, so I'm going to turn small handle to put up here to look a little bit nicer and not just be so unappealing. So I want to get started setting the lathe up for that and put you on time lapse and see how it works out for my very first turning on the Laguna Revo 1216 lathe. So now that we know what we're going to be doing, let's grab a piece of wood from a previous project. If you've watched, you know what this is from. I just grabbed what I had and let go with it. Started off with the carbide round tip tool here. I ended up switching to a couple different tools just to check them out, and everything seems to be working good so far. Well, you saw my first fail, so I just put a little bit too much on this. I think I'll chuck that back up with a spur and see if I can get this thing turned out to be what I need it to be. So after that little bit of excitement, I get it turned back in between centers, get it trued up again, and then get it finished to the point where I can sand it and get it ready for the handle. One thing that's really cool about this lathe, it has a built-in indexing function, and I actually use that here to lock the piece down while I drill a hole in the side for the wire or the cord coming down from the door. You'll see that in a second when I pull away the tailstock or the steady rest. Break this piece off, break that piece off, and we'll just clean that up. But for first piece off the lathe, just real quick with not the right piece of wood. It's not too bad. I should get some proper material to turn eventually, but this was just to get my feet wet. Thanks for watching. And now with the handle finished, it's time to retire this old piece of 2x4, replace it with something a little bit more fitting. When I get a close-up on this, you'll notice that the ends are cleaned up. I just used a little chisel to smooth those ends out. That's much better. As I'm preparing myself to clean up the mess that I've made, I'm starting to think I might need something to hold all of my accessories so they're not just sitting on the edge of my bed, on the floor underneath, on my router table. I didn't show you this earlier, but I do have a new Win 8-inch slow speed grinder. Got a CBN wheel for it, and I got this little sharpening setup jig to use with it. I need to mount all this stuff together, so I'm probably going to build a stand to hold the grinder with the sharpening jig set up on top of it, but maybe put some drawers underneath that to hold some of my extra accessories and things like that that I may need. And of course, I'm probably going to have some 3D printed implements to go along with that. So keep a lookout, keep watching in the future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to follow along as the Idea Garage continues to grow, I'd really appreciate if you consider liking the video, sharing it with someone who enjoys woodworking, and subscribing to the channel. I'm working towards my first milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and every bit of support helps me get there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next project.